सब मैं सिर्फ अपना काम कर रही हूँ, अपना फर्ज निभा रही हूँ.
The insecurity of writing what my next job is going to be, I think somewhere prompted me to remember that a story I had read of an air hostess who gave up her life saving people and won the Ashok Chakra. I had not remembered the name that time. This article I read around 6 years ago, and it just came in front of my head, and I googled and I said, yes, this is the story, the Neerja Bhanuch story. And then you see that real Neerja's iconic picture with that bob haircut, and somewhere she resembled like Sonam to me. We went to Chandigarh to meet the Bhanots, Akhil, Anish and Ramaji. She was alive then. They opened up their photo albums, letters that the ex-husband had sent her. Then that was one bit of the research. Then the other bit was Ram involved a researcher to meet the existing, the survivors of the Pan Am 73 hijack. And that researcher went and met everyone that agreed to be on camera and speak to us. And then once all that research was put in place, which was quite a encyclopedia by itself, then the challenge was to what to put in the film and how to project that. So yes, research, and Mary Kom also involved a lot of research. It's also obviously easier to go to a woman actor, female actor, rather than go to a male actor, because the male actor will say he doesn't have dates for the next 2 years, and why would I want to wait for 2 years to get one film made? Because tomorrow if that actor is successful, he might take up a established writer or director's film, and
2 years becomes 3 years.
Yeah, 3 and 4 years.
I think women are also more. I think they are more daring than the men right now, because
They break the comfort
for the
zone.
lack of a better example, Vidya went with a new director, new producers. Diya and Sahil had never produced a film before. I had never written a successful or a known film before, and that that they have.
Yeah.
I think they have more courage to go with
Yeah.
the content.
Yeah, because for them it's the content that is more important
And
than
that's
the
why
director.
this world of what Simon is talking about, this world of author-backed roles for women is picking up in a big way, because they are taking the chances.
Taking
The
the
boys
risks.
are not doing it.
Yeah, and commerce-wise also the studios have realized that it's not that much of heavy on investment in terms of making the film or marketing the film. On a decent medium budget, a good film can be made and it'll give you the returns, as compared to the male-centric films where the money and everything is doubled and the return is hardly anything. So then I went to Shanti about it. Shanti went, she convinced Atul. Atul went and convinced Sonam on the story idea. And Anil Kapoor asked who's going to direct it, and Atul said Ram is going to direct it, and he convinced Ram to do it. And the day I got to know that Ram is directing my film, I said, now I can walk into the sunset.
And how did you come into the picture?
For me, of course, Shanti is a very, very important part of this. She has a cosmic connection
Yeah.
with this project, because we were filming Bobby Jasus and Shanti is also Vidya's manager, and they were filming a song. So I was free and I said that Shanti, मेरा काम खत्म हो रहा है यार, कोई और काम दिलवा. And literally like that. And for me it was exactly the same. When she said it's Ram Madhwani, I was like, it doesn't matter what it is, I want to do this film. And then it turned out to be a biopic. By the time I got onto the film, Mary Kom had released.
Yeah.
And so of course it was like, from the writer of Mary Kom, I was like, this is like might be the game-changing script.
The day he told me the process, I was super enthused. I said, this is landmark cinema in India. No one has ever thought of this. I mean, it's a separate chapter by itself for any film lover who enjoys watching making of and all that. This is 2-hour takes, 3-hour takes, 4 cameras rolling at the same time. The plane, if you all have seen the film, the plane bit is 70% of the film that was shot only in 12 days. In 12 days, any other director would have taken 60 days just to shoot the plane bits. When you do cut and mid and close, no, it is rolling. Rule number 1, actor is never following the camera is following the actor. So if you see, you feel, you're the eye and you're watching the direction, not the other way around. So his process of shooting this one was interesting, and then we were sitting behind each monitor. Like I was given one monitor to check, because there were 4 monitors, because 4 cameras. Sangeeta was on one. So Vinod Rawat, the associate director, was on one and Ram was on the other. and Ram was entangled in wires. One is the walkie-talkie to the camera, one is the walkie-talkie to the intercom which is conveyed to the plane. So he used to be all the time, as he's getting up, his hands and all are tied up, and we are checking each camera A, B, C, D. So I'm in charge of B, she's in charge of C, and we're checking, and then Ram is suddenly, we didn't spot something on our camera, on our monitor. He's checking monitor A, and suddenly he spots something monitor C and saying, how are you seeing all the 4 cameras at the same time? The shooting of this film is a film by itself, and I am sure film lovers all over the world will enjoy the shooting process more than the film. The whole plane bit was shot for 12 days, and then we had 20 days of the remaining house shoot, and the film was supposed to be done in 35 days. We finished in 32 days. And
even at home, it was not like the process changed and it was like because it's home you'll block it differently. Nothing. It was those 4 cameras, those 4 boys holding it, and they are just following the actors doing whatever. Mitesh shot with no lights.
And the scene was allowed to be played out. It's not like ये 5 line है तुम्हारे, ये 5 line ही बोलने और scene cut. ये 5 line बोलने ही है. You have to say these 5 lines. How do you get to those 5 lines is up to you. Now play. This is the scene. Go for it. Move wherever you want to move. 360-degree lighting in terms of even lighting. You can move anywhere you want. The characters can move anywhere, walk anywhere. Fumble, stumble, fall, get up. Everything is allowed. No one is going to say cut except for the director.
Ram had involved me at a very early stage in the writing while Simon was still doing the screenplay. So I was able to live with the character.
मॉडलिंग इतनी अच्छी चल रही तेरी, ये एयर होस्टेस का जॉब छोड़ क्यों नहीं देती? I like my job.
The last 2 years, I've had thousands of people come to me and say, "Oh, you're doing a biopic on Nisha. Ram is writing it very nice. But why Sonam?" And I've been telling everyone that one line, which I think should be the tagline of the film
Yes.
now, is you go into the theatre saying why Sonam, you're going to come out saying wow Sonam, and she has proved
Yeah. You go from why Sonam to wow
Sonam.
Well, even the terrorist is like,
Parsi boy, yeah.
Doesn't know to speak Hindi.
and you just hate him. Like
Yeah.
you hate whatever he's doing.
Kanika Berry, casting director. God knows from where she found him. From where she found all these boys.
Safrini is a ramp model.
Yeah, Safrini, the main guy with the cap.
Yeah,
He's the model.
The guy in the Pathani, yeah, he's
Yeah,
a
he's a
ramp
model.
model. He's like, and they've just come and performed like gods.
The guy who's unsure when he sees blood and loses his way.
Like you
The
can't-
young boy.
Yeah, the gun, just the gun attack. That's the starting scene.
He is an interior designer.
Yeah. One plush South Bombay boy.
He's never acted in his life. This is his first film. And all the passengers in the plane, they are not junior artists.
Yeah.
Each one is
Every
cast.
passenger's an actor.
They are cast actors. Kanika Berry has gone through almost 5,000 to 6,000 faces to cast for the passengers, and they've been told that the camera is going to capture you or not, we do not know. Your part is going to be in the film or not, we do not know. But you have to react to the situation and not overreact. And they felt the pain, they felt after the first, that scene where Sonam is taken to the top to open the door and the pilots escape from the cockpit, and then he asks Kaisa Farah Hua, and she gets banged on the...
Yeah, she cut her lip.
She really, because it's a fake AK-47 obviously, but it's got the same weight. The action director gets the same weight,
Yeah.
and she got hit. And Ram had told no one is going to say cut.
And props to
except
that
for me.
girl, huh? She didn't say cut.
She continued the
finished
scene.
the shot, and that's the shot that's been.
She's really crying because of the pain. Not because she's scared that a terrorist is haunting her, because of the hurt, physical hurt that she's got.
She still
But she
got the
continued the scene, and there is so
passengers
much
down
reality in
and
that. And then when Shabana Azmi did those scenes, when we were sitting and watching Phantom Hunters, we had tears. She's written the scene, we've read it like a million times. It's like, what is she going to do with it?
Yeah, man.
And then when you're reading at the monitor, and we are having tears in our eyes, goose flesh.
Yes.
And that is what people are seeing. And the two scenes which people say are the nail on the head is the Jaideep letter, the letter when she reads, and the way Sonam has performed
Yeah.
to the voice of that letter, which again is Magic Sanyukta, and the last scene. You begin welling up from there, knowing that it's a last hope, that letter asking her to marry him. And obviously everyone knows that she's going to die, so obviously that is an unrequited love, or love that was destined to be incomplete. The respect for writers, first of all, from the industry itself needs to change. Forget the audience. The audience, you go and ask the audience कि तुम्हारी favorite picture कौन सी है? शोले या दीवार या मदर इंडिया लिखी किसने है? नहीं, उसमें तो नरगिस थी ना, उसमें तो अमिताभ बच्चन थे. So you can't expect the audience to, when the industry themselves don't give, like we said, we were joking about that, you're at least talking to the writers. How many people wanted to talk to writers? Mary Kom, how many people know that I started writing the story 1 year before she actually won the bronze medal at the Olympics? People think I started writing it after.
Yeah.
But I sourced the story and started writing it in 2011 when she was not even going to participate, because in the 2012 Olympics was the first time when women's boxing was introduced. So for me, her story was irrespective or regardless of the Olympics. I didn't even use the Olympic in the screenplay. But no one knows that story.
I think, that circle has to be tied. You have to empower the person who's starting the process in a realistic way. Not that you want to... We don't want... Like, you don't... Forget an interview or recognition. You need to have access to people who want to tell a story. You can't put that you're as good as your last film tag, like Simon was saying. For him to push Mary Kom was so difficult because the first thing someone will ask you is what have you done before, and that's a vicious circle for any technician, whether it's a director or a writer. It's a very actor driven industry. Nobody asked Sonam Kapoor did Khoobsurat, why is she doing Neerja, right? That it comes together in a way that okay, this is a known face, let's do this.
For more awesome news and newer content every week, please subscribe to our channel below and like and share our videos. No gossip, no hearsay, just facts and exclusive news breaks. Catch all that and more only on Super Cinema's YouTube channel.